Mike Jones Beats.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing. Cuckoo. And get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN. Hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content. Come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. He got the work around here. Yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags. And you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah. Why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on, bro. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags? BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, yo, all right, so a couple of things we want to talk about today. We're going to talk about some political things that have to do with politics and things that just have to do with our social awareness and social consciousness this morning. Just so we could be 100% clear, we're not only going to be talking about the Juneteeth situation, but we will be talking about a couple of other situations also. Also, for everybody that don't know, in New York State now, I believe it's in the entire state, not just New York City, but in New York State now, I believe you don't have to wear a mask anymore. All coronavirus restrictions have been eliminated. As far as what the I believe the governor has eliminated all coronavirus stipulations. There is no more coronavirus stipulations. I wish I didn't say that so many times. I know now they're not going to push the video out. But there are no more stipulations as far as that is concerned. New York City is open. So I just wanted to say that for everybody that don't know. So if you go somewhere in New York City and they be like, hey, you got to have on a mask. No, you don't. You literally don't. Just so everybody know. Real quick, call out the drop from last night. Shout out to Mano Mac with the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you. And call out the drops that already happened this morning real quick so we can just get into the show. Shout out to Prince to Amir with the $15 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. Let me plug this phone in. There will most likely not be a live tonight. If there is a live tonight, it's going to be on location somewhere. Just so you can all know, for anybody that's interested. I don't really know if anybody's interested. But for everybody that don't know, they're not going to be alive tonight. If there is a live, we're going to be on location. Now, with that being said, let's do roll call real quick and then let's get to the show. What up? 300 is in here. He said 7. Was you just putting up the number of the most high? I don't know what that. Or you the 7th person that was in here? I have no idea. What up, Little B? Since 1983, since top of the morning. Everyone, LB23, Oakland, California. Salute to the Bay. Who else we got up in here? What up, Sarge Capo? Haven't seen you in a while. He's dropping Frost. What up, business? He said went to the grocery store, raw face yesterday. Laugh out loud. Wait, what you mean raw face? I don't understand what that means. You shaved your beard, or you put on you finally went outside without makeup? I don't know what that means. Like, are you finally like you a whole dude? You like, yo, I finally went outside without makeup. It's just a whole new experience. I want to know what I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, What up, Colette Daniels? Alright, so oh, raw face, no mask, copy, boom. Oh, you in New York City, the business? Because it's only like that in New York State. It's only like that in New York State, as far as I know. But there's a lot of implications that revolve around that, and we'll kind of discuss that a little bit later. There's a problem, yeah, because I'm like, this guy don't want to wear makeup? That's the next question. But we want to have a discussion about this Juneteenth thing. And before we go any further, what up, Prince to Amir? He says, good morning, everyone. Before we go any further, I want to make something extremely clear. I don't think us as black people should be celebrating Juneteenth at all. Well, if you're in Detroit, you probably still need to wear a mask. I don't think black people should celebrate the government making Juneteenth a holiday. We need to celebrate Juneteenth. Don't get this confused. But I don't think we should be celebrating that the government made this a holiday. I'm going to explain to y'all something that y'all might not know. You know, a vast majority of these holidays that we celebrate, quite a few of these holidays that we celebrate were created by black people. Memorial Day, for one. Alright, so I just want us to get a real clear understanding of, just because we start something and the government adapts it, that don't mean that it's going to be kept in our best interest. Oh, you don't have to wear them in there anymore? Salute to that. That doesn't mean that what they're doing is in our best interest. I get it, people want to celebrate Juneteenth, but I want to pose something to you. Check this out. Black people were already taking Juneteenth off last year in a couple of preceding years. There already have been black people taking Juneteenth off. Just want to point that out. Just want to point that out. There's already black people that's going to take Juneteenth off, whether it's a federal holiday or not. Just want to point that out. That's one. The second thing I want to point out is, who the fuck asked for Juneteenth? Could somebody tell me who asked for Juneteenth so we can slap the shit out of that person for not asking for reparations? Who in the hell asked for Juneteenth? Now, for the people that's happy that we got Juneteenth, salute. I'm not trying to shit on your parade. Alright? You're looking at it as we're moving the needle a little. Maybe next time we'll get something better. But why do black people have to always use that train of thinking? Why do black people always have to use that, we'll take a tiny bit now and hopefully later it'll get better? Whenever people treat you like that, it don't get better. Why do we have to have that energy? That's what I want to know. Why are we expected to take shorts, and then why are we expected to receive whatever we're supposed to receive on the back end all the time? Why don't we receive anything on the front end? Can somebody explain that to me? All of you people that's happy about Juneteenth, could you explain that to me? Why we got to get everything on the back end? I think people should be more upset about them even making Juneteenth a thing. So you made, hold on, just so we can be clear. You made a whole law protecting all Asians in America. And for black people, you gave us a holiday where we could get the day off and get paid. I repeat that for the people in the back. So, the Asian Americans, what you did was, you made a law to protect them, as you should. We should have laws protecting everybody in America, whether you're a citizen or not. Just so we can be clear. We should have laws just protecting life, period. So you made a law protecting Asians in America. But instead of making a law to protect black people in America, who apparently America also has a way bigger issue with black people being murdered and killed, what you do is, you give us Juneteenth, a holiday that we could go celebrate and party. Why do they always think the way to make black people happy is to let them party? You want to make black people happy? Give them alcohol and drugs. You want to make black people happy? Give them a couple of $100, even though we should be giving them a couple of million. They'll be satisfied. They'll be satisfied. Just throw them a little bit of crumbs. Some of us aren't happy with crumbs. I don't care about them making Juneteenth a holiday. Whether you do or not, that's on you. If this is a good thing that you're like, praise the Lord, shout out to you, I'm not trying to rain on your parade. But I want you to remember how happy you are about Juneteenth the next time one of our young black men gets murdered by anyone for a stupid ass reason, including by our own black people. I want you to think about how happy you are about Juneteenth. The next time a woman gets arrested and talks about how she was groped and quite possibly molested or raped during the arrest, next time a black woman says this, I want you to think about how happy you were about Juneteenth. Yep, deny funding black farmers. I want you to remember these things. The next time we hear about how McDonald's, shout out to McDonald's, don't protect the owners of their black franchises and actually been running them out of business and taking money from them. I want you to remember Juneteenth. Not because I want you to be upset and not because I'm trying to throw anything in your face. Don't get this confused. I'm 100% not trying to do that. What I want you to remember is what they do to us instead of solving our problems. Instead of solving our problems, they give us a snack. Instead of solving our problems, they distract us. And when I say solving our problems, I'm specifically talking about the problems in which a law or two can help mitigate. I'm not talking about our normal social issues that we have inside of our communities, just so we can be clear. I'm specifically talking about problems that the government can mitigate by creating laws against certain actions. Because if you're telling me that you can be, because look, check this out. I'm going to tell you the problem I have with when they say something is racially motivated crime, right? Black people arguing with one another, right? Crime is committed. Police come lock everybody up. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. There's a good chance that the whole crime happened while the two people was fighting, while the assault happened, because both of the people was black. Black people love fighting other black people. What up, Brandon Washington? These are just facts. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just pointing out facts. If you get a room full of white people and you get a couple of black people in that room, there's a good chance that at least one of those black people are going to want to fight the other black person, because somebody is going to want to fucking make the people happy. You know, don't want to, I'm going to show you I'm different. Now you get a white person attacking a black person, or a black person attacking a white person. When the police show up, I don't care what happened. That black person is fucked. Depending on what state you in, you might not see your family for a couple of years. I'm just pointing that out. You might not see your family for a couple of years, depending on what state you in, and depending on how much money your family got to get you bail or bond, if it's given. That's what we need to solve. Why when black people go to jail, why when black people get convicted of a crime, the same exact crime that a white person is convicted of, why are their charges different? Why is their time different? Can we focus on that? I keep hearing about this prison reform shit, right? I keep hearing about it. I'm not mad about it. But why have we not heard that the prison reform had something to do with Meech, Big Meech? Big Meech just had his case reduced. His time reduced. Yeah, the time reduction, or whatever the hell, however you say it. Why aren't we hearing about prison? Why isn't Meek Mills talking about that? Is that not part of what Meek Mills is doing, or is he doing something different? So I'm not trying to knock nothing. What I'm trying to explain is often they'll give us a crumb and pretend like this crumb is, don't worry, we got the cake over there. We're about to prepare the cake for you. We bringing the cake to you. Don't worry about it. Just stay right here. While everybody else is walking to the cake, and us black people, we stay sitting in our seat, because you know we gotta listen, and we stay sitting in our seat while everybody else is walking over to the cake and we accepting crumbs. That's the issue we have. So I reject Juneteenth as far as being a federal holiday. I don't know what anybody is saying. Colette Daniel says, since they don't give reparations, they should let young black children go to college or trade school free. I don't know who knows this, but recently, I believe just yesterday or whatever the case is, I think $1.8 billion in student loans have been forgiven. What I want to know is what percentage of those people that had these loans forgiven was a minority. What percentage of these people were black? There'll be like 1.8 billion or $1.8 billion in student loans was forgiven, and then like 3% of the people be black. But they want us to be happy about it. So I want to know what the percentages are. So I want to know what the percentages are. That's what I want to know. Prince Tuamir says, you know how we ungrateful black people always complaining? I believe in the squeaky wheel gets the oil. One of the main reasons why I believe in the squeaky wheel gets the oil, because I spent a long period of my life suffering in silence. So I believe the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Because when you're broken, or when you're in a bad situation and you don't say nothing, and people see you in a bad situation and you don't say nothing, sometimes they assume that that situation is okay for you. So sometimes you gotta speak out. A person will see you in a fucked up situation and assume you're there on purpose. Appreciate you, Brandon. And that's what I'm just saying. So I believe in the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I believe one of the main reasons why black people are always complaining, because a lot of us grew up in houses where everything was our fault. Don't let that go over your head. A lot of us grew up in houses with parents that didn't take responsibility for anything. So since we grew up with parents that didn't take responsibility for everything, every time something went wrong, it was our fault. So now we've grown up and we've become part of what our parents were. So now what we could do is every time something is happening, we complain about it, or we have to point out where the mistake is so people don't blame us. Do you understand? That's why people complain. That's why I believe a lot of black people complain. You just grew up in a household with parents that weren't good parents. And what they was doing was every single time something went wrong, they blamed you. So now you grow up and you go through life, and the main thing that you're trying to do is when something goes wrong, look, that was not me, that was that nigga. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck did that shit, but it wasn't me. All these people is this. Complaining is another way of snitching, not for nothing some of the times. Brandon Washington said, my loan's still the same. I don't know where this $1.8 billion went. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. I'm pretty much that the majority of these schools that got that $1.8 billion is pardon me. The majority of the people who got the $1.8 billion probably went to because you know there are quite a few people that go to these Ivy League schools that get loans and stuff like that. It was probably them. Colette Davis says you have to work in a public service job for 10 years to qualify. That's not even fair. What you mean a public service job? Work for the government? That's not even fair. You know how many people, or a public service job, is that like McDonald's or something? I want to know what you're trying to, I want to know what they're trying to say specifically. What's a public service job? I need a definition for that. I need a definition for that. I need to know what the public service job is supposed to be. I need a definition. Because that's not fair. Because you know how many people go to college and because of their loans can't get a good job? I'm going to explain to you what college do. College do what happens when a lot when like a person that's like living like what I'm living right now, right? I'm going to explain what it does. You go to school, You spend $20,000 on college. You get out of college. Guess what you need to get a job in your field? You need internship. But guess what? You couldn't get any on-job experience when you was in college because, you just couldn't get an internship. So now you're out of college. Before you can get an actual job in whatever profession that you went out for, you need an internship. Internships are often not paid. So now how are you going to pay your bills? Now you need two jobs. You need your internship so you can continue your career, and you need a regular job so you can live. So basically, the majority of people that are going to be receiving these funds don't even fucking, the majority of these people that are going to be receiving these funds are going to, a lot of the people who needs to receive loan forgiveness won't. That's my point. That's my point, period. So what are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? How can we celebrate this? I'm just saying, I'm not mad and I'm not complaining. What I'm saying is, please pay attention to what's actually happening. This administration has given us 3 or 4 different bananas in the tailpipes already, and it ain't even been a whole year. It ain't even been a whole year. They've already, look, I'll name a couple. Hold on. The first one was the banana in the tailpipe when they gave the COVID relief thing, right? And inside of the COVID relief, they put all of these different ways to protect all of these different nationalities of people, but none of them were black. That's one banana in the tailpipe. Because now they can go on TV, everywhere else, broadcast about how we helping the LGBTQ community, which thank you very much. Everybody needs to be protected. We're helping the Asian community. Thank you very much. Everyone needs to be protected. Now they could go on TV and talk about that, and they don't have to talk about how they not protecting black people. Banana in the tailpipe. This shit right here, banana in the tailpipe. So you're gonna take 1 billion student loans and forgive them, but you're not gonna forgive them for the worst of us. You're not gonna forgive them for that lady that is working part time in her hustle and for her career as a interning wherever she's interning at, but she also got to work part-time at McDonald's, and she's living at home with her parents and her cousins, and they got 6 people living in a fucking 3-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. You're not going to forgive her loan. Her loan can't be forgiven. I have no idea what Ronja Manception is saying. It says, don't take handouts, work hard for what you have. There is no millionaire or billionaire on the planet that didn't take handouts at one time. Raja Manception. So I'm not sure what your argument is. Are you saying that everyone else should get their stuff from the government, but we shouldn't, but every other race of people should? I'm not 100% sure what you're saying. I'm asking. Yes, you should never get loans, but you do know they trick a lot of people into getting student loans because you're a 19, 17, 18-year-old kid, and some people just made bad decisions. You do know this, right? You do know this? That when you have a 17, 18-year-old kid talking to a guidance counselor whose job it is to convince you to do that thing, sometimes you get tricked. You do know this, right? So I'm just saying that's pretty short-sighted, that comment. Yeah, that comment is just short-sighted. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, you know how many, like, there's a lot of people that get tricked into getting loans. There's probably a couple of people in here right now that got student loans, and the only reason why they took student loans was because a person tricked them. 17, 18 years old, you don't even understand how much $20,000 is. You don't even understand how much $10,000 is. You don't even gotta. What the fuck? You haven't been making money or nothing like that. You don't even have the proper understanding of that. So I'm not gonna sit here and shame anybody that went and got a loan when they was a child. Now, me speaking from the position that I'm in right now, I'm also agreeing, don't go get no student loans. Don't get this confused. I'm saying don't get student loans. But at the same time, I'm just saying that a 17-year, 18-year-old kid, I could see them making that mistake. But yeah, don't go get student loans. I took one myself. I'm telling you from personal experience. Don't go get student loans. Brandon Washington said, happened to me. Tried to start a new life and they just said, sign here. Now here I am with a bunch of debt, not working in the field I went to for school. Yeah, that's exactly. That's all I'm trying to explain. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't agree with or go for a majority of the bullshit that these guys be trying to give us. Don't fall for it neither. You got people, especially in the black community, you got people that their parents is telling them they got to get out at 18. They don't care where they go. You got to leave my house. Us black people, we make moves. We make so many of our moves out of desperation. I used to move people for a living. You'll be surprised at how many 35, 36-year-old people are moved that live their whole entire life with their parents, and they lawyers, doctors. Their whole entire life they live with their parents. They 35, first time they ever moving out on their own. They fucking bank accounts is retarded. like I don't know what to tell you. You'll just be surprised. You'll just be surprised. That's the point I was trying to get to, Prince to Amir. Only a select few type of people is being relieved from their debt. Yeah, but you could encourage the youth to open a business, but not everybody has that acumen. Not everybody wants to run a business. And if everybody is opening up businesses, who's going to be the consumer? We still need consumers, right? So I'm not arguing your point that you're making. I think that I'm just saying there has to be more than one solution. There is no one solution. There has to be multiple solutions. While that is something that would help if the youth open more businesses, the youth still needs consumers, right? So I say that with that solution, I think that we would need to tack on other solutions also. That solution by itself isn't going to help. That's what I'm saying. How do I feel about universal minimum wage? I need you to explain a little bit more for me, if you don't mind. What you mean? How do I about universal minimum wage? See, the problem with okay, so this is the problem with having the same minimum wage throughout the whole entire part of in all of America. It doesn't cost the same to live everywhere in America. Like, it don't cost the same to live in New York as it does to live in, I don't know, Oklahoma. New York City, as in, I don't know, let's name a specific city. Baton Rouge. The cost of living is different. You understand what I'm saying? The cost of living is different from San Francisco, which I'm assuming is expensive, in contrast with, I don't know, Boise, Idaho. The cost of living is different. So I don't know if there could be a universal minimum wage. I think the minimum wage should be based off of whatever the local cost of living is. If we're not going to base the minimum wage off of the local cost of living, then I don't know what to tell you. I think there should be a bottom that could be hit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no way anybody should be working anywhere in America for less than $10, period. We're not doing that. You can say $15 if you want. No one in America should be working anywhere on the books for less than $15. Boom. But in New York City, the cost of living is higher than in Boise, Idaho. So maybe in Boise, Idaho is $15 minimum wage. Maybe in New York City, minimum wage is $20. The cost of living is different. Roger says, Roger Manception says, I believe slavery still exists in African Americans. It has just been changed from the cotton fields to the sports fields to entertainment. It's sad. First of all, I'm not going to sit here and talk about somebody that's getting paid for a job as a slave. We're not doing that. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how a millionaire is a slave. We're not doing that. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility, but we're not doing that. I don't think slavery moved to sports and entertainment. I think slavery moved to poverty. And that's why we're not doing that. The real slaves is the drug addicts in our streets, in our neighborhoods. The drug dealers. Those are the real slaves, whether we know it or not. The real slaves are the people with the mental health conditions that keep our quality of life down. That's the real slaves. I don't think that a basketball player, NBA player is a slave. Do people think they own him? I agree. People think they own me. And if I don't do the thing that they want me to do, they make my life hell. So yeah, I agree. They act like they don't think they own me, but they think they own me. There's people that think that they own Kanye West, I'm pretty sure. And whoever else. There's people that think they own Drake. Just so we could be clear. I'm not even sure what you disagree with, Sharkbait, but okay. Whenever anybody comes in here, just make comments, but they don't have no qualifiers. So like they're saying things so I can't understand what they're saying. I just usually 100% just assume that they just here to cause a disruption. Like, why wouldn't you say a thing and make your point clear? So then I could respond back. Why would you try to be vague on purpose unless you got bad intentions? Yeah, so I'm not calling a basketball player a slave. I'm not calling a millionaire slave. I'm not calling somebody that a slave. I think our slaves are our drug dealers. Our drug dealers, they're the slaves. Our drug users, they're the slaves. You understand what I'm saying? The people who are working as agents for the Ku Klux Klan, they're slaves. The people that's working for agents of white supremacy, they're slaves. When you see a coon get on TV, he's a slave. Alright? When you see these people that are supposed to be speaking out in our best interest and giving us direction, but instead of giving us direction, they got us doing shit that is off the wall bananas, and they're supposed to be the smartest ones of us. They're slaves. I don't think a basketball player is a slave, man. Just saying. Brandon Washington says, think about the ideology behind sports is different than what happened to African Americans. You can take games back to the Roman times, and debt went back to the time of the barter system. Agreed. Definitely. Thank you, Brandon Washington. Now that person is just somebody that just I know that. That's just the same troll that comes in here every day, say stuff that don't make no sense. And since nobody don't call him out in the chat or call her out on the chat, whoever the fuck it is, then they think that they're right with what they're saying. But in reality, almost everything that they say is just stupid. That's why I be thinking it's the same person. I doubt very much that that's a different individual coming here saying similar stupid shit all the time. The fuck? Kurt Fleur said, we don't need another holiday. We need money. I couldn't give a damn about no Juneteenth. Kurt Fleur says, note how they'll move hell and earth in order not to pay a shit, but will offer $15,000 to the Mexican immigrants in which they are planning on passing. Do you understand that they plan on giving illegal Mexican immigrants money, but they don't give us nothing for literally they plan on giving illegal. Okay, for everybody that don't know, I don't know if this is the bill you're talking about, but there was a bill that they was trying to get passed, right? So this is what the bill does. The bill goes like this. If is an illegal Mexican in America, if he has residents, if he has relatives that are legal in America, they will mail the legal residents, relatives in America a check for them. For the illegal immigrant. So you can't tell me that they can't give us reparations. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just talking like from a real like perspective. That don't even make sense. But that's what we tend to fall for all the time. Also, I just want to throw this out there. There's been about 5 or 6 different opinions of mine. I just kicked some dude named Sharkbait because once again, it's the same guy that comes in here almost every day that just tries to distract the conversation. That's it. With stupid comments. Don't worry, he's gonna go get another account. He's gonna come back and he's gonna say more things that don't make no sense. And then if I don't agree with him, he's gonna say everybody has to agree with me. It's beyond disrespectful and crazy, just like the anti-Asian discrimination bill. I just want everybody to understand this. This whole thing about Asians being attacked all the time, I didn't even know that this was a thing. I lie to you not. I did not know that this was a thing. Everybody grew up. Well, I never robbed the Chinese delivery guy, but everybody in the hood that had delivery people in the hood know that delivery people got robbed all the time. This is nothing new. That's all I'm saying. Daryl Jenkins says we need to stop talking about reparations because we never get them. We need to spend our energy elsewhere. No, I don't think we're ever going to get reparations, but I still don't think we need to ever stop talking about it. I think that we have to keep talking about it. I think that part of their plan is to try to tire us out so we do stop talking about it. Yeah, but what came first? Us hearing that Asians were being attacked all the time for no reason, or Asians actually being attacked all the time for no reason? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Think about it like this. Every single day you could pull 10 to 20 different instances of a white person being randomly attacked, of a black person being randomly attacked, of anybody of any race in America being randomly attacked on any given fucking day. You could pull 10 videos anywhere on the internet of this happening. Why, when it happens to the Asians, do we have to have a bill? Could somebody explain that to me? You know, we live in a country with hold on. Just so I wanna how many people live in America? There's 328 million point 2 people living in America. I don't know what year this is supposed to be, but that's a pretty good number, whatever this is, right? Are you trying to tell me that out of all of these people, because we saw 3 or 4 videos of Asians being attacked, we have to make a whole bill? Look how many people was in America, real quick. So we saw 3 or 4 people being attacked. I'm not sure if anybody lost their life. Also, I don't think these people should have been attacked. But we saw this is 2019, so there's more people in America now. So 328, over 328 million, over 328.2 million people live in America. So over the course of a year, we saw about 8 or 9 videos with Asians being attacked, and we make a whole bill. Over that same period of time when we saw 8 or 9 Asians be attacked, we saw at least 10 to 15 black people get killed. Y'all really out here celebrating that Juneteeth was made a government holiday? I'm going to tell y'all what's happening right now. There are a lot of activists who are backtracking. Now, yeah, that's a lot of damn people. How many Asians was attacked? 8 or 9? More Mexicans is being attacked than Asians. What's later, Brandon? More Mexicans are being attacked than Asians. What are you trying? Tell me where the lie at. Tell me where the lie at. More Mexicans are attacked in America than Asians. Tell me where the lie at. I'll wait. So once again, we need laws that protect everybody. So shout out to the government for creating a law to protect Asian people. We need laws to protect everyone. Every person in America should be protected, whether they are a citizen or whether they are not a citizen. Everybody needs to be protected, and because we are human under the sun. So I want to know, why do we have an Asian bill that was created? These many people in America in 2019, so there's more now. Out of those millions of people, we saw maybe 8 or 9 Asians. Let me get this fixed. We saw maybe 8 or 9 situations where Asians were attacked. Nobody should have been attacked. Just so we can be clear. We saw 8 or 9 situations where Asians were attacked. An Asian bill was created. Over that same amount of time that we saw 8 or 9 situations that Asians was attacked, we saw at least 15 black people who were murdered. Why was there no bill to protect black Americans? This is the type of shit that these activists need to speak on. These are the type of shit that these activists, they need to talk to us and they need to tell us what's going on. Because when y'all was out here, just to be on all fairness, and this is no disrespect, and I'm not talking to no activists specifically, but when you guys was out here, and when you was telling people to vote for this person and vote for that person, I was specifically saying vote for whoever you want to vote for. But I don't believe that these Biden people is going to do shit for us. I need somebody to tell me where I was wrong. I would like for somebody to tell me where I was incorrect when I told everybody that Biden wasn't going to do shit for us. Where was I wrong? What up, Cito? Where was I wrong? Now, I'm not mad at the activists, just so we can be clear. I'm not mad at them at all. Salute to them. We need you guys out there doing what you was doing. But just like when you was out there pushing us to go for Biden, I don't want to hear in 4 years that we got to vote for, we need to be voting for Biden or Kamala Harris. I don't want to hear that shit. I swear to God, in 4 years, if I hear that, yo, we got to vote Kamala Harris back in, they're going to do it right. No, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Zero of that. And if they don't start criticizing Biden and Kamala Harris like they was criticizing Bush, I mean not Bush, like they was criticizing Trump, I'ma feel away. No F words. I didn't let that go through, Roger, because you used the F word. That's the only reason. Kurt Flirt says, a good amount of people knew Biden wasn't going to do shit. They got influenced by the absolute hate for Trump and how they must vote for Biden. Once again, if you voted for Biden because you just did not want Trump to be in office, I do not have a beef with you. I have zero problem with you. Now, you don't got to say sorry. You good. I just let you know that you could just repost the comment. Just take the F word out, please. Thank you. So, all I'm saying is this. I want Biden criticized with the same energy that Trump was criticized. Because I'm going to tell you the shit that's pissing me off. If you're an activist, right? In whatever you're you're an activist for black people, you're for our community, or whatever the case is, right? So now, Biden goes and does something. You can't be quiet when you don't like it. Because when Trump did shit that you didn't like, you jumped straight to fucking Instagram and went crazy. When Trump did something you didn't like, you went straight to Twitter. You went crazy. When Trump did something you didn't like, you went straight to YouTube. You went crazy. I want that same energy for Biden and Kamala Harris. When they do some shit that they not supposed to do, I want y'all to get on y'all damn soapboxes and go crazy. Now I want to know, is that wrong to expect? Am I wrong for wanting to expect that same energy? That's what I want. Just so we could be clear. When Biden do something that they don't like, they just be quiet. Nah, don't be quiet. Speak on it. You don't have to speak on it vehemently. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be tearing your hair out. But, you know what I'm saying? Let us know your perspective on this. How the fuck do you feel that the black people ain't got shit yet and Biden is giving out everything to everybody else? But when he needed our votes, he pulled right up talking about, yo, look, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Anybody ever looked at Biden? That nigga is Caucasian as Caucasian comes. That dude is a Caucasian as Caucasian comes. Shout out to that. That's not even a dig at him. I'm just explaining. I'm sorry, I opened up a thing and then apparently K Goddess had there's a thing she's doing and she has some cutie on her page, and so I got a little distracted. I want to apologize about that. I want to have babies with this woman. I ain't gonna lie to you. She's so extra. I want to have babies with her. I'm gonna just put some babies in her. Shout out to BQ Mommy. Hey, BQ Mommy, could you hit me up today after the show if you don't mind? Everybody say what's up to my sister-in-law. Roger Manception says, this country is so messed up, we need to break the mold. I think watching and paying too much attention to the news and media messes up people's perception of what's going on in the world. I think that's a little bit backwards. What up, D Candyman? How you doing this morning, my brother? I don't think okay, so this is the problem. This is the problem with all news, with the majority of news and with the majority of media. They don't do okay, so you see how people come into the comment section and they try to turn their fact into opinion? I mean, they try to turn an opinion into a fact. That's what a lot of news do. Y'all just don't realize it's happening. That's literally what a lot of news do. Copy. Appreciate you, D. That's literally what a lot of news do. Literally. Shout out to Cedo becoming part of the BBN gang. Salute. That's literally. Also, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, it's Friday. And I don't know if there's going to be a Tonight Show today, but if there is a Tonight Show, we're probably going to be on location. So I just want to explain that real quick. A majority of the news that we consume is them taking facts and then bending facts to match opinions that they want us to have. That's literally the argument that I'm always having in the comment section with people. There are always people trying to come and change the facts to line up with some opinion that they have. And if I don't change the facts to line up with their opinion, they say that everybody got to agree with me or I don't respect other people's opinions. The problem with the news media is that what they do is they take an opinion and they change a fact to match an opinion, whatever the narrative that is that they're trying to put out there, because they have an interest. I'm probably going to be with y'all tonight. Where y'all at? K Goddess got a thing going on in New Jersey. You know, I want to pull up on her. High Noon says, yeah, because Trump and how he spoke about the victims of COVID and how he used to post videos with people screaming white power, just saying. Look, so that's a problem that we have. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Stop letting people trick you into thinking that you have to accept everybody's opinion because it's their opinion. Stop letting people trick you. That's a trick. You think... Just so we can be clear, have you ever heard Dame Dash talk? You think Dame Dash is accepting everybody's opinion? You ever heard Kanye West talk? Notice I'm naming rich and famous people who basically did a lot of this shit on their own. You think Damon Dash takes everybody's opinion in and accepts everybody's opinion? You think Jay-Z accepts everybody's opinion? I'm just asking. Even Donald Trump, you think Donald Trump just accepts everybody's... Can we get some answers to this? Because I'm supposed to accept everybody's opinion like it's a fact. Yep, Biden spoke at the KKK leader's funeral. That was his mentor, by the way. That wasn't just a KKK leader's funeral. It was Biden's mentor, for everybody that don't know. It was his funeral. And his mentor just happened to be a very high-ranking member in the KKK. Yeah, but we voted for them. Well, I didn't vote for them. There was no way in the world I was voting for Biden. That wasn't happening. I wasn't doing it. So just take that into consideration. Roger Manception says, that's what I'm talking about, breaking the mold and being able to read between the lines. I pray to be able to see the lines in the truth and the truth in the lies. It's kind of a weird concept. Okay, so my thing is this. I never assume anybody is lying. But if you show me that you never know what you're talking about, I'm going to assume you're a liar. I'm going to say that again. I never just assume people are lying. But if you show me that you never know what you're talking about, I'm going to assume you're a liar. Because it's not about the lying. It's about sharing bad information. You understand what I'm saying? Some people will know that they're sharing information that is not the truth, but they'll still share it because they want to feel important. If you don't accept their information, they're going to start talking about opinions. There's people out here that are purposely trying to spread bad information. So I consider people who are trying to spread information that they don't know whether it's the truth or not, I consider them liars. Because you don't even know if that's the truth. Somebody just told you a thing. I'm saying something that's different from the thing that with which you was told. So you're accepting that thing like it's the truth. You don't even know if that's the truth. Black Power Cross says, thanks for kicking that activist knowledge on June 19th, on June 18th. So you don't even know if that's the truth. These people that run around that think that you have to accept their opinion, they are just as bad or even worse than the individuals that are purposely lying to you. They might be worse. Because more people are tricked by people that don't know than are tricked by people that know that they're trying to trick you. Kurt Flirt says they both are suspect as fuck, but I would take Trump track record over blacks, which is plentiful, over Biden's, who is pretty. This is the thing that I was trying to explain to people about Trump. Trump is, I don't know how racist Trump is or isn't, but the people who are embracing Trump is racist. That's not even a question. Not all of the people embracing Trump, but the majority of the people that embrace Trump. As far as we concerned, these people are racist, right? The majority of, so the point in which I'm trying to say is, if I'm walking and I got 1 million people behind me and they all got my back dumb hard, and all I got to do is pretend to be on whatever bullshit that they're on, that has to deal with who I am as a person. See, Trump is a douchebag. He's either a douchebag because he's a racist, or he's a douchebag because he's using racists to be able to keep power. But one way or the other, he's a douchebag. But the point is, I can't be mad at Trump, because Trump is doing something on purpose to acquire a thing. When you got these people out here that's just spreading things that they just swear is their opinion, and they're busy spreading false facts and rumors, and they're not spreading anything that has any validity, they are way more dangerous than Trump. You want to know why? Those are the people that empower Trump. Those are the people that's in part of those 1 million people that got Trump back. They're way more dangerous. Because by himself, Trump is just one person. But when you get a ton of people together that don't know what the fuck they talking about because they all just want to share opinions, and then those people have misinformation that they're just constantly passing from one person to the other, misinformation from one person to the other, they are way more dangerous than Trump. Way more dangerous. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stop paying attention to people that believe that if they have an opinion, you have to share that opinion. You don't have to share that opinion. And if anybody gets mad at you because you don't share their opinion, you hit them with their bags. I don't kick people out of here because they have a difference of opinion than me. I kick people out here because once I show them that I don't share their opinion, now all of a sudden I'm a rat bastard. Shout out to Dog Soldier, says peace and love, BBN family. Jack Frost, love is power. Kurt Fleur says, I don't think Trump is a racist, but this dude was allowing them around him in his camp, which is bad. Trump is gonna win because the people who believes that he's fighting for them have a battle that they've been fighting their whole lives in their minds. So Trump is going to stay winning as long as he enables those people. So why would he not enable them? You understand what I'm saying? So as much as I don't like what Trump is doing and I don't respect what Trump is doing, I understand a liar. A liar is a liar. You know what's more dangerous than a liar? A person that think that they're right and they're not. They're way more dangerous than a liar. A person that believes that if they have an opinion, you have to respect that opinion, no matter how stupid their opinion is. These people are dangerous. What up, King Slayer? These people are dangerous. Think about it like this. This is the best way I could put it. I'm only talking to the adults. If I think something and you think something different, are you going to stand there and try to be mad at me because I think something different? Or are you just going to just move on? I'm only speaking to the adults. You know why you just move on? Every adult said just move on. You want to know why you just move on? Because you're not trying to control the other person. You're not trying to control the other person. You're not trying to make the other person do what you want the other person to do. You're just living your life. You think chocolate's better than vanilla? Alright. You get what I'm saying? Roger Manception says, in reality, does it really matter if gossip, small talk is the truth or a lie? I think we revolve ourselves with nonsense at times. No, I'm not talking about whether gossip or small talk is the truth or a lie. I'm actually talking about whether something else is a truth or a lie. But yeah, no, it don't matter if gossip. First of all, gossip is gossip. High Noon says, tell me a president who basically orphan alien kids and dictate who should stay in America, who is a natural born native of this country. Once again, I think Trump took those initiatives against the Mexicans because he realized it was going to help him win. I don't think Trump hates Mexicans at all. I don't even think he cares. I don't think he cares. I think that the whole entire of America has the wrong idea of Trump. I don't think he cares. Y'all need to meet a couple of millionaires, and then you'll see how their public image is sometimes just not who they are as a person. You're gonna meet a lot of millionaires. There's a shitload of millionaires that you're gonna meet them, and they don't want to do. They just want to just be regular people. And then there's the millionaires that you meet, and you know they like this, like Captain Morgan with their feet on the thing, like I'm the bestest. So let's not throw everybody in a bubble. Remember, sometimes people could like you even though they are rich and you aren't. And they might look at you, they might like your swag, they might think that you're funny, they might just want to hang out with you. I'm telling you this because I've met billionaires. Keep it a stack. Is he a billionaire? Well, he owns a whole a power company. Electric company? You can own an electric company and not be a billionaire, right? A whole power grid. Can you own a power grid and not be a billionaire? Well, we're not talking about freedom of speech. H is king. Watch Ace is king. He's going to come in here and bring up a conversation that we're not talking about. We're not talking about freedom of speech, but I appreciate you. I'm not sure what freedom of speech has to deal with this conversation is basically what I'm saying. Would you mind elaborating? A lie can never be true. High Noon says, I would never be supportive of Trump, and seeing how 70 million people support him show me how divided this country is. Millions of dollars don't support who your character is. First of all, a lot of those millions of those votes was probably fake on both sides. All right? Just so we can be clear. Millions of those votes was probably fake on both sides. Just so we can be clear. So you think every businessman and every politician is dishonest? If every politician and every businessman is dishonest, that means that every politician and every businessman is honest. You do understand this, right? Because if they're all dishonest, then they're doing their business in the way that the business is meant to be done, right? Honesty only matters if one of the parties or some of the parties aren't dishonest. That's the only time honesty matters. If everybody is dishonest, honesty doesn't matter. If everybody is honest, honesty doesn't matter. There has to be a difference where some people are honest and other people are dishonest in order for honesty to matter. You do understand this, right? So I'm not sure what kind of conversation you're attempting to have, but I appreciate you. Kurt Fleur says, at this point, we cannot continue to keep taking in all these people in the country. It's not being xenophobic or anything. It's just facts and reality. We don't have the space. First of all, I don't know if we have or don't have the space. I live in the big city, right? New York City. But I've been to parts of America where there's nothing but space. So I don't know if we do or don't have the space. I don't know. If you're trying to say that we can't fit people in here because of resources, then I'm going to say, okay, I could get behind that. Maybe we have a resource issue. but I doubt we have an actual physical space issue. Might have a resources issue though. That I might be able to get behind. But still, at the end of the day, don't forget, the reason why America is so coveted in reality, I believe, is because it's so corrupt and lawless. Let me see what High Noon said. Here's a dollar support your claim. Kurt Flirtish responded back to High Noon. He says, at this point, we cannot continue. Wait, he says, we can't even take care of our own people anymore. There's too many people coming in. Besides, I don't see nobody really trying to help black people, only the Latin immigrants in the East. If you're saying nobody trying to help black people, I'm going to assume you mean the government. If you're saying nobody's trying to help black people, I'm going to assume you mean the government. Right? That's one. Two, the government is the people that we vote into power, right? So our government isn't helping us. We vote our government into power. I need one break real quick. We'll be right back. Check out 6 in the evening from Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I'm going to speak to the brother and see when we could run the movie again. Check this out.
I be on my grind.
6 in the morning.
It be on my mind.
6 in the morning.
That's why I keep that pine.
6 in the morning.
When I'm on that grind.
6 in the morning.
I be on my grind.
6 in the morning.
It be on my mind.
6 in the morning.
That's why I keep that pine.
That's why I keep that.
When I'm on that grind.
When I,
6 in the
hey,
morning.
I get it and go. Call that a fast break. Young cash cow and all I eat is steak. The pill game been booming. You fuck boys late. Your whole team ribs touching. You the only one ain't. You hang around some real niggas. You the only one ain't. If I fuck with you, my word good as the bank.
Damn, if I knew 2 days ago what I knew right now, I wouldn't even be in this shit.
Alright, so shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment, 6 in the evening, dope ass movie. Y'all gotta check it out. We're gonna probably re-air it again at some point. I want to start airing 1 or 2 shows a week over here, not for nothing. With that being said, Kurt says the government ain't doing shit for black people, and we always skipped over for immigrants, especially Latin ones. There's something that you have to understand, right? Us as black people, we are considered to be mules. We're just work mules. So the problem is, like, okay, so this is the perfect example I could give. This is the BBN network, right? I always give out call outs. I say, yo, look, if anybody want to work with us, all you got to do is pull up, right? You pull up, we'll start a thing. That'll be your thing that you run, right? So instead of people, and maybe I'm not always so clear, maybe I'm not always giving them everything that they need in order to be able to do the thing, but just so we could be clear, I'm not offering to hire people and then pay you. What I'm offering to do is say, well, we already have an established thing over here. This is the area that you want to work in your career. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to go do those things for the BBN. And then when you start generating money, when you're actually generating money, then I'm going to pay you off of the money that you're generating. That's how white people move. That's how come white people always get together and make a fucking business. Literally, what I just told you. One of them has an established thing. They have people that they know. The people that they know then go. They give them carte blanche to then use whatever their established thing is in order to make money. Then when they start making money, they start paying the entity off of the income that they're making now, because the other people already did the footwork to let everybody know about them. They've already been branded. So when you say the government ain't doing shit for black people, we always skipped over the immigrants, especially Latin ones, that's part of the reason why. You do understand that you can get people of other races that'll come together and work together. We don't. The only way to get black people to work together is by having a tragedy that we could all then go around and be upset over. You can't get black people to work together because everybody is going to win. You can only get black people to work together when we all mad and angry at something. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm talking about the majority. I'm making a pretty general statement. I'm not talking about everyone individually. So obviously there are individuals that don't fall inside of the scope of what I'm explaining. But that's the problem. So the government just look at us like they're never working together anyway. If they don't work together, if they can't work together, why would we work with them? The Asian community work together. The LGBTQ community work together. The Latin community work together. The black community, we don't work together. So if y'all want the government to start doing stuff for us instead of against us and instead of overlooking us, then we got to start working together. I don't know no other way to explain this to you. We got to start working together. Work together. Some of y'all make clothes, but y'all don't have a fucking a brand to sell. Why ain't nobody contact me like, yo, Jack, why don't you let us make your merch for you and we chop you off this much of everything we sell? Or we hook it up through your site so you know how many sales go through. And then you pay us back for whatever our materials and everything is. Why ain't nobody contact me on no shit like that? You think I'm going to say no? So hold on. So you already have print and press everything. You got the merchandise. You got all the materials. You got everything. You're going to do all the work. All I'm going to do is allow for you to use the BBN brand, marketing, all that other shit. We're going to build the website that I'm going to be in control of, that I'm going to ship out and tell you which orders to go fill, and then I'm going to pay you and correspondingly to those orders that you're filling. What the fuck? Why ain't we doing that? We need to be doing that. I don't need to use Teesprings. I would much rather use one of my brothers and sisters that got a fucking print and press that they already making shirts for this person or also making shirts for that person or doing whatever they doing. I would much rather use one of my brothers and sisters. Hey, hold on, Tiandre Willis Sr., you in here? Prince Suamir, you in here? How often do you hear me talking about shit like this? But when people come to me, they want me to pay for everything, do everything. I'm also got like I got 20 other people over here that's waiting for me to do stuff. Now I got everybody thinking that I'm fucking half-assing, when in reality, I just got too much for me to handle at one time. Shout out to Prince Suamir. He says they're Christians. Their Bible teaches them that blacks are cursed to be slaves to white people, since we blacks are descendants of Canaan by way of Ham. Actually, I don't believe us blacks to be descendants of Ham, just so we can be clear. I don't believe us blacks to be descendants of Canaan, just so we could be clear. And for everybody that's wondering who Canaan and Ham are, Ham is Noah's son that saw Noah naked, and so Noah cursed him and cursed his son Canaan, who was then, I believe, born with leprosy. So we're not Canaan, just so we can be clear. But that's a whole conversation for a different day. I just don't believe that we're Canaan, but I understand where you're coming from, and I understand where you at with it. And yes, that is 100% a conversation I could have. I could have a conversation about almost anything in the Bible. But yeah, that's what that is for everybody that don't know. Ham was the son of Noah. Noah had gotten drunk one night, and he was laying in there like with all his clothes off or whatever, and I think Shem and Ham walked in, and one of them, the other brother, didn't look at Noah's nakedness. Ham looked at Noah's nakedness and also made jokes or whatever the case was. Then Noah was drunk. They threw sheets over him or whatever. Then when he woke up or whatever, he found out what happened. He cursed Ham by giving his son had leprosy or whatever. That's a biblical thing. High Noon is talking to Prince to Amir. He says black symbolize death and white represent good. You are hue. People are defined by tribes. Whoever look at the country implements what they want. Okay, so I think it's not good and bad. It's more like clean and sullied, and we're considered to be sullied. We're considered to be dirty, and Caucasians are considered to be clean or pale. The paler you are, the more clean. I think that's what that comes from more than anything else. But if you want to take it a step further, I believe that people fear the night. They fear the dark, right? People are scared of the dark, right? I think that fear of the dark might not only be a fear of actual lack of light. I think it also has to do with the fear of the dark, the fear of the dark. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody need to come out with a movie called Fear of the Dark. That is a social commentary. And maybe make it a horror film. I just thought of a dope ass concept too, not for nothing. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I just thought up a dope ass concept that quick. Dope ass concept. That'd be lit. Yeah, Fear the Dark. So I think that that's something that people got to understand. A lot of this fear of the dark isn't. It might be a little bit deeper than we think it is. Well, white is supposed to represent the absence of color, while black is supposed to represent all colors at one time. I think that's what you're trying to say, Rich. White is supposed to represent the absence of color. The absence. So if that's what you're saying, yeah. White represents the absence of color, while black is supposed to represent all colors at one time. Hold on, somebody wrote something I missed. Dog Soldier said, I agree, Frost, but it seems that the powers that be always persecute or assassinate. You're a funny guy. Our leaders, you are so funny. It was definitely probably a triple entendre, right? That was like a double right there. That was funny. That was definitely a double, but I think that was also a triple. Shout out to that shit. Triple, just so you can understand where I'm going with it. First, assassinate, kill. Second, assassinate. They try to feminize them by making them emasculate them. And third, assassinate them, backdoor them. So that's what I was busy thinking when I read that comment. Like, yeah, they all trying to always backdoor our black activists or our black leaders. They are always trying to make our black leaders or people who are seen, they trying to feminize them. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a man being feminine. If you want to be feminine, that's you. But I don't think that we should be forcing men to be masculine or feminine. I think that you should just be able to be whatever you are. So I think that when we are over, when there's a deluge, when there's a overabundance of one or the other that's trying to force you in one direction or the other, I think that that's wrong. I think that you know, I'm not here for that. This is the thing I think people don't get. Everybody likes to say that I don't like to represent anybody's opinions. Do you understand that I'm actually doing the opposite? I respect everybody's opinion. By me respecting everybody's opinion, that means I also respect my own opinion. Shout out to Rich joining the BBN gang. Salute, my brother. That means that I also respect my own opinion. Y'all do understand that the people that come in here and say that I don't respect people's opinions, for the most part, they want me to change my opinion to what they want my opinion to be. They want to have control over me. And since they can't have control over me, they're going to say that I don't respect opinions. I mean, I get it. A lot of people are going to be tricked. But I mean, I can't stop anybody from being tricked. All behavior is taught. Just so we can be clear, all behavior is learned. All behavior is learned. All behavior is learned. All behavior is learned. Just so we can be clear. Wow. I fucking love Angela Simmons. I don't like, to me, like, I don't like, on some real shit, like, she just, I don't know, like, she looks like she's a queen, like, for real, for real. Like, I know, like, we be calling women queens sometimes, and it's like, whatever the case is, but she really looked like royalty, like, for real, like, her whole energy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because I think that about her, that doesn't mean that I don't also think positively about other women, because I do. But I mean, she just, like, if y'all don't notice, I post her a lot. Like, there's a reason why I post her a lot. I mean, there's chicks that I would love to date that I don't post at all, but I post her a lot. I think some things are instinct, but I think mostly our behavior isn't instinct. I think even our instinct at times is taught. We have to train. Okay, so this is the best way I could put it. So a while back, oh, do I got a coin? I don't got a coin. I'm just gonna show you something. So a while back, I was having a conversation with somebody. They said, "Yo, you got fast hands," and then I was busy thinking, and I want to explain this. I might have fast hands, but what the person recognized wasn't my fast hands. What the person noticed or was noticed was my reaction time. Like, yeah, my hands are fast, but my reaction time it's incredible. So that's what the person was actually noticing when they said I had fast hands. So the point in which I'm trying to say is, a lot of things that we think are instinct might not be instinct. It might just be behavior. It might be a learned behavior pattern, but we didn't see how whatever the thing is learn that behavior pattern, so we consider it to be instinct. You get what I'm saying? Because like, my hands are fast, but even more importantly, my instincts, my reflexes are sharp. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So I think sometimes we just misinterpret one for the other, if in all fairness. So I don't think, I think that there are things that are instinctual, don't get this confused, but I think even that's learned behavior. Everything, we're born a blank slate, right? I mean, we have a soul or whatever the case is, right? But we're basically born a blank slate, right? It's not like nobody is born and they're like, oh, that's a Nobel Prize winner right there. They hold the baby like this. That's a Nobel Prize winner right here. Like, that's not happening. Like, oh man, I can't wait for this kid to make it to the NBA. Like, that's not happening. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're not born with these. It's not like some kid is born and it's like, oh man, look the bone structure on this one. I can tell he gonna be 7'7". Like, no, that's not how that works. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. So I disagree with that. Well, I don't disagree with it. I just think that, look, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Is that fair? I think that's fair. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna get up out of here. I got a ton of stuff to do today. We might be live tonight. It depends. Ask BQ Mommy. If nobody don't follow BQ Mommy on Instagram, follow BQ Mommy on Instagram. I'm probably gonna be with her and Brooklyn Banger tonight. And I guess we're gonna go wherever they going. So wherever they going, that's where we going. I think I'm gonna be with them tonight. I'm not 100% sure. You know what? We need to start having Friday nights where we go hang out with Brooklyn Banger and BQ Mommy. That wouldn't be a bad idea. You think we should start doing that? I want to start doing weekly shit. If we can start doing the weekly shit where on Friday nights we go hang out with BQ Mommy and Brooklyn Banger, we should start doing that. Go hang out with them. We need to hire somebody to follow us around with a camera so you could just like see how we just be chilling. That'd be dope and shit. Like see Brooks is. Yo, for real. Anyway, yo, look, I love y'all. Let's call out these drops real quick and get the fuck up out of here. I wanted to say something. I'm gonna leave it for the time being though. Damn, I'd be still as shit. I wanted to say something, but I'm gonna leave it for the time being. Maybe I say it at a different time, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But we are gonna get off of here today. Go reshare BBN content on Instagram. Go to Instagram, follow this account, and repost everything. Go to Instagram, follow this account, and repost everything you see with a BBN logo on it. Go to Instagram, follow this account, and repost everything you see with a BBN logo on it. Everything you see BBN, repost. Like this. Repost, come on, let's get our reposts up today. Like this. Repost everything you see with a BBN logo. Caption and all, y'all. Everything you see with a BBN logo. That does not have a BBN logo. Shout out to them, though. You can repost them, too, though. Shout out to them. But repost everything with a BBN logo. Repost all of our commercials. Repost all of our ads. You BBN, right? Especially y'all rap bastards that's part of the green team. Repost all of our stuff. Oh, also, shout out to Tahani. We want her to win, by the way. Go repost everything that say shout out to Tahani. We want her to win, by the way. Also, this is Dime Smith right here. This is Dime right here. She does pop-up shops and shit like that. If you're in New York City area and you have your own pop-up shop stores that you want to do, we have everything on BBN. Boycott Black Murder. Let's go. Shout out to my son. That's who I got that from. Shout out to Reginae Carter. Just pulling up with all of the beautifuls. She needs to save. Shout out to, I do not know how to say this young lady's name, but I tell you this much right here. We love our slim queens also. She's so slim and she fine. She be in the gym and she sees her. Also, shout out. First of all, hold on. I want to show this one more time. I just want to show this real quick. They like my fucking shit. They like what I be doing this, man. For the people that's like, yo, them chicks, man, I don't think they like when you do that. They like when I do this shit. Look, man. What the fuck, man? It's crazy because the people in the industry like me. It's the other motherfuckers that got the problems. People in the industry is like, yo, this nigga Jack Frost got a ton of. Oh, man, I got time for this. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna let y'all go. I got a ton of things I got to do today, and I got to get to immediately. And hopefully, I'll be able to. I just got a ton of things that I got to do, and I just got a ton of things. I like being busy though, so it's okay. Shout out to what? That was 18? Shout out to Black Power Cross with the $18 drop, and shout out to Prince to Amir with the $15 drop. Definitely appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. Also, a lot of y'all have been doing drops lately, not when we're on live. A lot of y'all been doing drops lately, not when we're on live. I appreciate you guys. I'm thinking that y'all doing it because y'all watching the video after the fact. And since y'all watching the video after the fact, I'm saying something or doing something, and then you guys are then contributing. And I want to say thank you. I'm assuming that y'all don't want me to call those out. Is this deja vu? Or every time I say this, do High Noon say talk about Africa being botted and writes next time? Is this deja vu? Anyway, I think he does that every time I say this. Because this can't, anyway. I get deja vu all the time. I don't think this is deja vu though. I think you do that every time, because I think this is the second time I pointed that out. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that do donations. There's quite a few of y'all that just don't want people to know that you're currently still donating to the channel. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I do appreciate the donations that you send. And just for the people just in general that don't get an opportunity to watch the show when we're live, so when you do get a chance to watch the show, you then donate. I think that those are the dopest ones. Not for nothing. Like, I appreciate all donations, don't get it confused. But if you're donating because you watch the show and you think I did a good job, so then you're hitting the Cash App that way, I think that that is dope. And I think that that's actually what the platform is more meant for, or that's actually one of the better ways to help keep a platform monetized. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to let y'all go. I want everybody to enjoy their day. Please go out there and do something productive. Hopefully tonight we're going to be at some kind of a venue. I'm going to let the music play, so if we go to a place where they're playing music and I don't have copyright and I'm still going to go live. We still going to go live even though that the video is going to be demonetized. If we're doing it on that type of time, I'm really going to, just so we can be clear, one of the main reasons why I don't do more shows where we play more music, one of the main reasons why I don't do more shows where we play more music is specifically because I have to be able to keep the video monetized. If we got more donations, I'd be more open to playing people's music knowing that the video was going to get demonetized. You understand what I'm saying? But since our donations are not really that high, or the drops aren't really that high as a recent or just in general, it makes it so that I have to be able to keep the video monetized. So just so you can understand what my position is. So, but tonight, if we go to an event where there's music at, even if there's no drops or whatever the case is, I'm going to go live so we could just hang out and have a good time. Copy? With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody enjoy y'all day. Go out there, be productive. Just try to encourage other people to be the best person that they could be, because in that moment, you being the best person that you could be, just go out there and be great. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Boomers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.